All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into another market and trade review here on the channel. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. Go ahead and share this with your friends. If you don't know, in the link of each of the, or in the description of each of these videos, there is a link for free stock. If you don't have a Webull account, that's the platform that we use to trade on, then you go ahead and click that link, sign up for Webull, deposit as little as $1 to $5, and you get free shares of something like Apple, Ford, Tesla. Super awesome. You can get up to $3 grand worth of fractional shares if you do it right, or if it luck of the draw. But go ahead and check that out. This is not financial advice, any of this, disclaimer, right? And this is a paper account that we're looking at right here. So I get comments in the shorts and stuff on some of the live trades that I'm taking. And they're like, this is a paper account. I'm like, that's great. You're right. Go look at my long form content. I'm very clear that this is a paper account. Anyways, taking a look at it, we are at 156K. We started this account at 30K back in the beginning of the year. So we made some good progress. And part of that is this NVIDIA and SMCI from last week. And this was absolutely wild what we did on these guys. So let's take a look at it. Take a look at the markets and what we're going to be watching this week. So the SMCI, the trade on there, how did we do that, right? 38K, and that was in one day. And we sized in heavy on this, on the double top, and watching NVIDIA fall. So SMCI and NVIDIA kind of follow suit, right? So if we go ahead and look at NVIDIA, right? NVIDIA topped out here, wicked down and started trending down. So we entered SMCI on this double top here and rode it all the way down. And we went for like 800 puts, and from 988 to the bottom of this candle is over $100 move. It's wild. And they went like 600 or 700%. It was crazy, super fast, super fun trade, high risk, but high reward, definitely, right? And even though it's high risk, still following the rules of when to get out of those trades and proper sizing. So it was awesome. That was a fun one. So how's the market doing, right? NVIDIA continues to go up. Let's take a look at that again on the daily, right? Big day. Came down. It is interesting to me that the close is right about at the top of the previous day's candle, the big earnings gap up. So that might be something of a support there. And we kind of trade sideways and trend up from here. Or, I would love to just hold halfway through the earnings candle. That'd be great. If we do decide to come down, then we're looking for the 740 level to be the next support for NVIDIA. How it props up the market. Taking a look at the SPY, right? Favorite thing to trade overall here. We continue to ride the trend up. Still no signs of anything going down. It's the same thing for Qs. Apple caught a little bit of strength and comes back down heavy though. So the whole market is kind of trending in a certain type of way, but Apple is real heavy, right? Microsoft, Amazon up, Meta up, Netflix up, Google. Well, Google's in this pendant, right? Interesting. So we want Google to break out here. And Google did put in a lower low and then a, this is about equal here. Excuse me. So looking at Google to squeeze out of this, but going back to Apple, right? Just real heavy. Still real heavy here and trending down. We might see a base. And when we do, our jump back up could be big, this tightening range, and something of a descending wedge here, but I don't know. If we break below this 200 EMA, Apple's got a long way to go, right? It's 200 EMA, which is the support here at about 180 level, but it is tested off of it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. It's just really strong support. We'll see how it goes. Watching Apple closely. So goes Apple, so goes the market. At least it used to be that way. Now it's so goes NVIDIA, so goes the market. So Google has the pendant, and we're looking at that. Taking a look at Carvana, right, which had great earnings. And on the weekly, we take a good look at this. So I was doing some research, and Carvana is actually in the top 25 most shorted stocks on the market. And here's the short interest for Carvana. 33 million shares. Crazy. If this decides it's going to get going, it could really go. And I mean, send. So that's an interesting one to watch. Carvana. Now when I see cars on the road that have like Carvana license plate bordering, I'm like, there's another one. So looking at Carvana for that. Bitcoin, right? Having a good weekend. Let's go with the daily. Right, coming up, testing the EMA, the 9, and maybe starting to get a little bit of a break of this descending wedge that it was putting in on the daily, on the hourly. Take a look at this. We got to zoom way out here, right? Still just the flag. We can put this in here like so. Get a trend line. And it's about like that. And like this. So that's rough. You know, it's not a great drawing. It's a rough drawing, but we'll see what happens. It's approximately the channel, right? Kind of what we're looking at in here. Is it going to break the channel and go? Or is it going to keep flagging? We'll see. This is the fib extension up here. So it's got a lot of room. But if Bitcoin goes, and we're watching Coinbase, right? We're watching MicroStrategy. We're watching Mara. We're watching Riot. All those names. Taking a look at that. Also notable is Adobe, which came down to and bounced off of the 200 EMA. You know, Adobe it reacts not as much as like an SMCI or a TSM does to NVIDIA, but it does react to it. And so Adobe could be an interesting buy here if you're looking for a dip on Adobe, which we haven't gotten in a long time. This just might be it. And it's coming down to this. It could come down to this support down here to 505. Another $50, but the 200 EMA seems to be holding strong for Adobe. So we're looking at that. I still like Hood, right? Where's Hood? Robinhood. Still really like this. And the chart keeps getting better. On the weekly, right? We're breaking out here a little bit. We need to get above this 1670 level for me, 1660 level, and then we really start to go. And we want to get above this 200 EMA. That's the weekly. On the daily though, right? We see more higher highs and higher lows. 1, 2, 3, and here we go maybe. We'll see. I do like or love actually that it is above this $13 level with some strength for a few days, right? It didn't get up to this level and test and then come back down and test and come back down. It tested and broke above, and now we're at 1450, 1466 in after hours, right? Just climbing. So I like Hood, and we do on the paper account have April 24th, $20 calls. So that's a few months out there, but we really like that. Going back to JFrog, right, which we've been taking a look at on the daily. Some inside days, don't love that. I'm just keeping it on watch, see what happens. Novavax. Now, Novavax is, I think, the top 30 stock out there right now. No, I apologize. It's the 6th or 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6th most shorted stock right now in the market. So anytime that this moves and shorts get any sort of way underwater, then it can really go, and it did have an interesting earnings beat in 2 weeks up in a row, or 2 days in a row there. Nothing to write home about, but anytime something that's this shorted moves, if it does go, even if it's just up to the $10 range, it could happen, in one day, very, very fast. So watching that. Amazon gets listed on the Dow Jones tomorrow, replacing Walgreens officially. So that is going to be big. And as far as the weekly is concerned on Amazon, right, we're coming up to test all-time highs. And we love the way this last week closed out, where it came down, wicked off the 9 EMA, right, this purple line here, and then pushes way back up to 175. And now we've got a 3-bar, wider range. It's almost like descending and then up. So we'll see. This gap up was fun with the NVIDIA earnings. If we can get above 175 with strength, and after hours it's trading below 174.69, then we will take a look at at Amazon testing new all-time highs and going from there. So going to be interesting for sure. The futures opened just a little bit ago, and let's see how they look. Right now, I'm curious. All right, I'll pull this over here so y'all can see it. Let's see, how does that look? So, futures. Interesting. Oh yeah, we gotta look at Lunar. That's right. Dow futures. Okay, well, we're down. Not a whole lot, but we are down. Gotta look at lunar. Gotta look at that. So lunar. If you don't know, right? Intuitive Machines, lunar, LUNR, they put a machine on the moon. Like they put like a rover on the moon. Apparently it tipped over. What is this saying though? Stock active? It says it's, no, this can't be right. This is Fridays, right? Is that right? Let me look. This can't be right. Let me check on my phone. Hang on. Sometimes Robinhood actually is good for one thing because it shows like the 24-hour movers. Yeah, no. I know they traded down. Anyways, it's become something of a meme though, right? This lunar stuff. It ramped up. Some people knew, and it's ramped up. And then after hours though, right? It's sold off a ton to 581, which is essentially, you know, way down in here again, the bottom of the shelf. So we'll see. Who knows? They could get right back up and go. It's a bit of a meme, but watching that. So that was what I have for y'all this week. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hope it's a good trading week. There's not a whole lot of economic data, but there is some, not super big earnings either. So maybe we get a constant week. It might be a little bit boring one as far as volatility, but sometimes trading the trend without volatility is the best. So that is what I have for y'all. Remember, if your goals and dreams don't scare you, probably not big enough. See you guys later.